Hi, today we are going to make this canvas wall art using a stencil and texture paste that has been colored with a craft paint. So first of all, you're going to take your canvas, plain white canvas, and your fabric spray. I used a yellow and a red. I am not going to demonstrate that because it becomes a real messy experiment. So you would take your yellow, spray it at the top, take your red, spray it at the bottom, and you would move it from side to side. And then you get that effect, where the yellow runs into the red. You leave that to dry, and then we are going to take a blending tool with a brown ink pad, and we are going to go around the edges just to darken it, to give it a little bit of dimension. And here you can decide how dark you want it. You want to leave it a little bit lighter. Don't go into the center of the canvas, you just want to do the edges. Okay, once you're happy with that, edges are nice and dark, we will carry on to the next step. You take a stencil and then you take spray adhesive, or you can use stencil glue. Spray the spray adhesive on the back of the stencil or your stencil glue and a paintbrush and paint it. Leave it for a few minutes so that it dries. It doesn't dry totally, it still stays sticky when it's dry so that it can stick onto the canvas. You place it onto the canvas, press it down nicely, and then you take your texture paste, scoop some out. And as I said earlier, you can use craft paint to color it. I am using a free flow acrylic paint because this is just such a nice color. A little bit. And you mix it with your texture paste. Once it's all mixed, the paint with the texture paste, you can take your palette knife and spread it over the stencil. You just work slowly until all the gaps are filled. You also don't want to make it too thick. This is a whole new way of using texture paste. So once you are happy, covered the entire stencil, all the gaps are filled in, you just wait for a little while and then gently pull off the stencil. And there you've got your stunning design. Once the texture paste is dry, you can just take a spray varnish and give it a coat of spray varnish. And that's it. Beautiful wall art. Something nice for your room. You can also do coasters. Here are coasters. You paint the coasters with normal craft paint. You can use the texture paste white as is, like that. Gives you that effect. Or you can color it with craft paint. and you can do any color you want. So, isn't that something nice to go and experiment with? Until next time, happy crafting.